Yeah.
Yeah. Now this guy is what we call mercerized cotton on cotton. Why do we have this? This is a carpet for people who have high allergy reactions to wool. Now unfortunately people will try to sell this to you as a silk and cotton carpet. You cannot combine the two. You need to have silk base. So when I always say look at the fringe and tassel, it will always guide you into the right materials. Cotton in the base, so it's not going to be silk in the pile. It's still a good fiber, but it's just not silk. Now why do we use cotton? You get more knots, tight of a weave. Wool, less knots, less of a weave.
It's because it's thicker material.
Correct. Now, if I had both of these carpets on the floor, which of the two carpets do you think would last the longest? The one that has less knots wool on wool, or the one that has more knots wool on cotton?
More knots.
More knots. You're 100% wrong.
Yeah, well,
You're 100% wrong. They're both the same. Look, the pile you're walking on is wool, the pile you're walking on is wool. So there's no difference. But unfortunately, when people try to sell you carpets, they will always say, wool on cotton carpet is stronger because it has more knots. Do you know why? This is more money. See, this guy here takes about 8 months for two ladies to make. Price-wise, you're looking something like around $4,900 for this. But this guy, you're looking at around about nearly $9,500. So if I was selling carpets, making money on what I sell, which one am I going to say is the best one? This one. The more you sell, the more money you make. It's a preference. To me, when I decorate homes, I look at carpets like this for rustic look. You know, like if you have a den, a library study, or a log cottage, or an office, a lot of antique furniture. My favorite carpets. They don't cost a lot, easy to clean, easy to maintain. You can't wear these guys out, it's impossible. As for these guys, if you have more of a Victorian look, then unfortunately you need to spend a little bit more money to get more of the floral designs. This, as I said, is a carpet for people who have high allergies. Now, but look at this guy here now. Do you see the color and the sheen on that?
Yeah.
Watch the color, and then watch what happens.
Oh my God.
Do you see the sheen now?
Yes.
wow.
That's
What material do you think this one is this time? Look at the fringe and tassel. This is what we call spun silk and cotton. We were working with this fiber, you weren't around. This fiber has been coming out for the last 5-6 years. It is what we call waste silk. Waste silk is like this. Remember how the girl pulled out some of the silk fibers and she broke it off and let it go? We call that waste silk. But waste silk isn't long enough to be spun together, and the cocoons that have holes in them are not long enough. So we need to get a helping fiber to spin those guys around. And what's the easiest fiber to catch? Cotton. So we use a certain amount of cotton and a certain amount of silk, and we end up with a spun silk carpet, which people throughout the world 100% will sell as silk and cotton. You're going to understand what I'm talking about in a minute. Now watch, this is the pure cocoon silk carpet. You see the color of this one? Watch the color of this one now carefully, and watch what happens when they turn it around. And look at this.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Did you see that?
That is amazing.
Yeah. You guys haven't been to Turkey before, and I'm sure that you will not understand what silk feels like. You felt it with your hand. So please take your shoes and socks off. Walk on this guy first. Feel it. Walk on that one. And then walk on the last one, which is that one. Walk on the wool on cotton one too, because they're both the same.